Hello, Professor and fellow SCAD bees. It's me, Cameron Brown, and I'm one of the bajillions of people talking about how drawing is important to animation. So yeah, sorry about that. But first, let's start at the beginning of animation. You see, back in the old days, you had to be able to draw in order to be an animator. It was one of the unspoken laws of animation. But with today's technology, people can animate movies and television shows without learning how to properly draw. Where's the heart? The differences are obvious when a character is lovingly drawn out on paper versus now characters that look like they were made in a computer program. I mean, look at this thing. Ugh. So in this video, I'm going to explain why drawing is an integral part of the animation process and what techniques do animators use to make their work special. And so we're starting off with the basics of drawing. Where else would you start? The acidics. First, let's talk about line. Line is the most basic form used in any art piece. And to add more variety to these lines, artists like to use line quality on their pieces. So, what kind of lines do animators use? All of them. Bold line, pure line, broken line, lost and found line. All of these types of lines can be found in the animation process. Most animators like to use gestural lines to help them capture the form and movement of a character, and when they're done, they clean it up with contour lines, which captures a definitive shape and weight of a character. Heck, animators even use cross-contour lines when working on the framework of a character model in a computer. So, I bet you think I'm about to do some lame pun about lines, eh? Well, I'll have you know that that's below me and that's crossing the line. Dang it! Next, let's talk about thumbnails. Now, lots of people will try to dismiss thumbnails and deem them as unnecessary. Well, I'm here to say, those people, of course they're necessary! The thumbnail drawing is a crucial part of any art process, as it plans out what the finished product should look like. In the field of animation, thumbnail drawings are used for concept art and storyboards, to plot out ideas, and to come up with creative designs. Sometimes the designs may change over time, but that's the reason for the thumbnails, to get down the general concepts, and to be the building blocks to have a bigger, greater idea. And lastly, we have landscapes. Now you're probably saying, well, duh, Cameron, yeah, of course every animated film has landscapes. And while that's true, how many animated films have actual good, memorable landscapes? A good landscape has an appealing design, atmospheric colors, and a unique aesthetic that sets it apart. Backgrounds from Chuck Jones's Looney Tunes and Genndy Tartakovsky's Dexter's Lab will always stand out in my mind for having fun and creative designs by having saturated colors, bold lines, and wacky designs. But of course, on the opposite side of the spectrum, the realism and harmony of Bambi's Forest is truly something to behold, with its soft color palette and its attention to detail. In the end, I feel like a good landscape in an animated film has its own personality, and is just as memorable as the characters that inhabit it. So in the end, drawing really isn't going anywhere for animation. They make too good of a pair, and I'm glad I was able to take a class that helped me understand more about my craft and how to get better at it. So, thank you for listening, and I'll see you again, probably never. Bye.